So my favorite principle out of the 10 that we have is we build trust through transparency, no bullshit. And that's literally the principle that's on our wall in the office. One thing that I found in our business, especially in the transportation brokerage business, there's a lot of companies that run their businesses very dishonestly. There's a lot of companies that use certain tactics to get their foot in the door and start running your business. And that's something that we've never done. We've always started small with clients that we've had and grown those clients over time through partnership and relationship with the client, making sure that we can deliver on the needs that they have and that we're not just selling them some bullshit that they don't need. There's a lot of people out there, especially in transportation. Transportation's like a beg for business type of industry. There's sales guys hitting the phone left and right everywhere. And we're more of a needs-based selling business. We want to figure out if we can actually fulfill the need that you have before we even try to build that partnership. I mean, there's certain times where we've actually turned down doing business with clients because we didn't feel as if we were a good fit for what they were looking for. And that's almost unheard of in our business because our business is one of, we can do everything you want us to do no matter what. We're going to overpromise and underdeliver. And that's what 99% of the other brokerages out there do. And that's something we'll never do. So one thing that I want everybody to understand, if the voice in your head is mean to you, it's not your fucking voice. It's a voice that's been manipulated from past experiences, and it's been predicated on the things that you've gone through and the things that you've been told in your life. And if that voice in your head is mean to you, you need to kill that fake voice because it's not yours and find your real voice. And a lot of us just expect God to do all these things for us in our life. Like we're just praying and relying on him to change everything. And it's not how it works, man. Like you have to take action yourself. God's going to meet us halfway and he's going to expect us to deliver on the other half. And there's this saying in life too that I always go back to, and it's luck tends to bet on the people in motion. And I think that rings true for everything in life. When you're doing the right things, when you're actually trying to change, when you're trying to make those adjustments, so those things seem to fall into place eventually. I was comparing myself to everyone else around me and not realizing that I was just beating myself down on a daily basis. So I started to have those conversations, and through that, built more of a personal relationship with God and realized that all these traditional things that I thought I had to do, I really didn't have to do as long as I maintained that relationship and continued to have that outlook of, wow, man, I'm here because of divine intervention, not because of myself. And going back to my life and the timeline, my life didn't get really good until 2020. And it's because I was not living for God. I was not living for the person who saved me. I was living for myself, and I was giving myself all that glory. And truly, I want to bring it back and help everybody understand, like, you have to start asking those questions. Start having those conversations. It might seem silly at first, and frankly, when I first started doing it, it was silly to me. I was just willing to push through and try it. We need to normalize psychological health. We all want to grow, we all want to build these big businesses, and we all care about profit and like all this other stuff. But none of that is sustainable unless you're level-headed and you're mentally healthy. And I don't know if a lot of people realize that. So when I was at the conference, there was so much talk about technology. There was these panels about innovation and panels about building relationships with customers and so on. And it just didn't sit well with me that we didn't talk about mental health. There wasn't a panel about it. And I think it's probably the single most important thing in the industry. And here's why. You're not mentally healthy, you're not going to execute that deal. And if you do execute that deal, halfway through, you're going to drop the ball at some point because you're not focused. If you're not focused, you're going to drop the ball. If you're not mentally healthy, you're not focused.
We are genetically different. So I use the genetic testing, which we did with you. And basically we can see like your genetic variants, and certain genes are associated with how your body metabolizes and absorbs specific nutrients. But we're also looking at it from like a muscle standpoint as well. So we can look at the genes that are within your specifically fast twitch type 2 we're looking at to see how you like work out best. Where's your advantage at? Whether it's endurance or more of a resistance power-based training. So from there, I'm able to create diet plans. I'm able to create workout plans that are aligned with your actual genotype.
You can rethink your priorities without having something happen that's detrimental to your life. You don't have to wait till something explodes to rethink what you're doing. You don't have to wait till something drastic happens to reconsider your priorities. That's something that you can do daily, weekly, monthly, whatever. As long as you can take that time to reflect and build that self-awareness, it's going to be really easy to get your priorities back in line.